Hi, this is Tom Soane, and a quick question. Who wants to be a property investor, would love to have rental properties, a good buy-to-let portfolio, would love to invest in a place, do it up and then sell it, but never actually gets on and does it? Always thinks, oh, I should release the equity in my property, or I should use my savings, or I should save up some money, or I should borrow some money and invest in property so I can make more money. Who thinks that? I bet a lot of you. But there's a major reason why you don't. And do you know what? I sort of likened it to having a gym membership. I don't know how I've done that. But I try to understand why people don't take that first step. And look, I'm a member of a gym. I don't think I've been there for about 6 months. But I like being a member of a gym because I always think to myself, well, you know what? One day I'm going to go to the gym. One day I'm going to get in shape. One day I'm going to lose a ton of weight and I'm going to be all toned and muscular and strong and fit and healthy. One day. But I never actually do it. And the reason I never actually do it is because there's always an excuse. There's always a reason. And I don't like using the term excuse because I don't want to turn you off from listening to this. Because there's a lot of people, and actually if anybody does listen to this, there's half of you that will be closed-minded. Quite naturally, and I'm not criticizing you, just quite naturally you'll be closed-minded and think, well, I don't make excuses. I've got a tough job. I've got no spare time. I've got things to do. There are other things more important. Hey, I agree with you, because I tell myself the same things too. But if you think about the logical explanation of an excuse, it is a reason why not. That's an excuse. Now, it can be a legitimate excuse. It can be a relevant excuse. Or it could be your mind putting things in the way of things that are either hard or scary or uncertain, a little bit unknown. So that's why I liken it to having a gym membership. And hey, you tell me, have you got a gym membership, you don't really use it as much as you should? Or do you always think about joining a gym but you never actually do because you never actually have the time, or you never actually have the energy? There's always a reason why you can't go to the gym right now. And it's the same in property. And there are so many people that I speak to, friends and family, you know, that all say, oh, do you know what? I'll invest in property one day. I'd like to do that. And I always say to them, hey, I'll help you. I'll help you when you want to invest in property. I'm more than happy to help you out. Yeah, I will do that one day. But here's the problem. And this is why I'm doing this, right? Because I want everybody to understand themselves as a property investor. That's what a big fascination for me is about, the mindset and the mentality of investing and business and all of those things, because they're all the same. Property investment is investment. Investment is business. It's all the same thing. You buy at this price, you make a profit. It's as simple as that. And that's just business. But look, I wanted to help you try and understand yourself, and by doing that, maybe I'll tell you what goes through my brain. Because, hey, I'm an experienced property guy. I'm an experienced investor. I'm an experienced letting agent. I'm an experienced estate agent. I'm an experienced deal packager. I'm experienced with mortgages and the legal aspect of buying and selling properties. So, you know, I'm experienced, yet I still have fears that hold me back. And my fears are probably slightly different to people that don't have my experience. So your fears might well be nerves. You might be slightly nervous about losing money. You might be nervous about it all going wrong. Now, that's uncertainty, isn't it? You're not sure because you haven't got the experience. You've not done loads of property flips. You've not bought loads of buy-to-let properties and managed hundreds and thousands of tenancies. Well, I have, but I still have fears. So for you, the first step is the most important one. And I'll take you back to when I first made that decision to invest in property. And it was about 6 months of not actually investing in property, going around viewing properties, loads of properties, but never actually taking that first step and buying a place. Why? Because I always felt like, oh, is that the right deal? This is the one, I'm going to buy this one and it's going to go horribly wrong. I'm going to lose all my money. Or I'm going to buy this one and I'm going to get a terrible tenant and it will be the worst property investment in the history of mankind. That's what I was telling myself. And I was also doing things like being too cautious. I would see a really good property deal, and one sticks out in Lyndhurst Road, which is just near me in Portsmouth. And it was a 3-bedroom house, needed a full refurbishment. It was within my budget. It ticked all my boxes. And when I was calculating the profits, it was good. It was a good, true yield. But I didn't buy it because I thought, oh, maybe I can do better. Maybe I can get an extra couple of grand from a different property. So I never bought it. And then I did that again and again and again and again. I went round viewing properties, and bear in mind, right, and this is a bit of a catch on this, because I only go and view a property after I've done my initial due diligence and calculations. So I'll only go and view a property if it already ticks my boxes. And then when I go and view it, I'm looking for confirmation, really. Confirmation of everything that I thought this property was and was going to cost and was going to achieve. I'm looking for confirmation. But really it was the fear that took over for me, the fear of the unknown. Now it's my money I'm investing, or money that I've raised for me, that I've borrowed, that I'm now going to invest. So all of a sudden it becomes a different thing. So I would put that to you and say, if you are one of those people that really wants to invest in property and always thinks that you should do something more with your money, the first step is the hardest. And that's why it's like having a gym membership. You know as well as anybody, if you've ever been to the gym, you know you're sitting on the sofa and your brain is telling you, or your heart is telling you, one or the other, is saying, right, time to go to the gym. Come on, go to the gym, get fit, get strong, get healthy, lose some weight. But you don't. You're like, oh, I can't be bothered now. Do you know some of the excuses I would tell myself? In the mornings, for an example, I've always been a get up early and get on with it type of guy in the mornings. But when it comes to going to the gym, I would do things like, oh yeah, but then I'll have to come home and have a shower. Oh, or I'll have to have a shower at the gym and then I'll be all hot and uncomfortable. What? That's the reason I decided not to go and get in shape and get fit and get healthy. Now, I used to be an absolute fitness freak. But no, not anymore. Now I can't go and get fit because I might have to have a shower. Oh, goodness me. Or I would tell myself things like, well, I don't want to be achy for tomorrow because I'm playing golf tomorrow. Or, oh, do you know what? I could probably get another hour's worth of work in. But what you don't realise, and this is relatable to property, and this will, hopefully anyway, I'm going to try, let's see how we get on. But if I go and do an hour in the gym, just an hour, 1 hour in the gym before work, it makes me arguably 30 or 40% more efficient, more productive, more effective in my day. If I go and work out, then I am more productive throughout the rest of the day. My brain is more alert. I can process things faster just by doing an hour's worth of work. An hour's workout. So my question is, why don't I just go and do an hour in the gym before work and then be much more productive? If I spend 8 hours in the office, let's just say, and I'm being, I don't know what, let's just say 25% more productive, well, that's 2 hours saved. But I'm only spending an hour in the gym. So actually I'm gaining an hour's worth of work by not working an extra hour and going to the gym. Does that make sense? I hope it does. That's the way my brain works. But anyway, the point I'm trying to get across to you all here is it's that first step, right? And your brain will come up with every excuse under the sun not to invest in property. Leave your money in the bank. Leave your equity in your house. Leave your savings where they are. Leave all your ISAs alone. Leave all your, I don't know, whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. Leave it all there because it's safe there. Well, I disagree. I think it's really unsafe there. If your money is not generating more money for yourself, then it is not safe. Because at any one point, if you need to eat into that money, you are taking away your actual money. Whereas now let's think of it a different way. If you use your money to invest in property, and you're getting a return on that investment, and let's just say, I'm just making this up here, right? Let's say you invest your money and you make yourself £1,000 a month profit, and you keep saving that £1,000 a month. Now your money is growing. So if you need to dip into your money, that's okay, because you can replenish it with the money. The money that is working for you is going to replenish whatever you need to spend. Let's just say you've got £1,000 a month coming in, which is profit on your money. So you've invested your money well, you've got £1,000 a month coming in, and in a year down the line, you've got 12 grand extra sitting in your bank. Brilliant. And you want to go on a big family holiday, right? Dip into that 12 grand, go on your big family holiday, and then you are laughing because you can replenish it. If that family holiday is going to cost you 4 or 5 grand, then awesome. In 4 or 5 months, you're going to have that money back. It's a free holiday. Free holiday. So I think make your money work for you, but it's that first step. So take that chance on yourself and go for it. If you go and find a property, calculate the true yield, and I've done the videos on true yield. You should be able to look that up. Calculate your true yield, and if it's good and it works, then go for it. Tell your brain, hey brain, stop making excuses. Stop making excuses because I'm going to invest my money and I'm going to make more money back. I'm going to make it work for me. But look, I'm just ranting this out here, really, and it had no structure. It had no point. I wasn't taking any notes. I didn't read any script because I just had this thought. Speaking to a lot of property investors, or want to be property investors, that just say, hey, I do want to invest in property, but not right now, because I need things to settle down. I need things to sort themselves out before I can invest in property. You know, someone I spoke to a little while ago, £120,000, ready to invest, but was saying, I'm just going to let things settle down. I'm just going to sort a few things out first, and then I'll probably invest in property later. Well, fine, but your money's not doing anything. If you do that a year down the line, then that money could have generated you something like another 50 grand. I'm making that number up. But do it now. Go and find a property to invest in and invest in it, and then get some money back, make some money, and then do it again, and then again, and then again, and then again. And I promise you this, just like having a gym membership, the more you invest in property, the better it gets, and the more habitual it will get, and the better you will get at it, and the more money you can make. It's all about buying assets and getting a return on investment. That's what it's all about. So look, I really would love you to go for it and just go and find a property, have a look at it, see if it's something that you think you can make some money on. If it is, then take that step. Take that step and go for it. So I'm going to go now, and I'm going to go and have some breakfast and then play some golf. And I wish you all the very best in your property investments. And remember to be the best version of yourself at one thing, be the best version of yourself at everything. My name's Tom Soane, and this is the Anonymous Landlord.